I think those carcasses were in here somewhere. Okay, there's the mother.
Now look at this. Look, they've pulled the skin to the side there.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of bones there and everything.
Right, shall we look for a place to land?
Today in Africa, a bitter war is being fought. Both man and beast are dying. And the enemies are greed, corruption, and ignorance. The battle is being waged over the black rhino, sought by poachers for its valuable horn. In the past 15 years, over 95% of the animals have been slaughtered. Each day, Ranger Dolph Sassine patrols the Zambezi Valley. But for this mother and calf, he was too late.
A lot of people would say, what does rhino do to the bush? As a bushman, you can turn around and say, rhino has been created by God as part of creation. We need it to look at it. It's a beautiful animal, and we can live side by side. You do not want to show to your children one day how an elephant or a rhino look in a storybook. That's not what life is all about. Life is not a storybook. It's a reality.
Fighting armed gangs there, and there are contacts taking place. But we've, right from the onset, have taken on this task as a war, and not as a conservation exercise purely and simply.
Can you stay out of the air? We've got a contact and guys are on follow.
The situation bears a more than passing resemblance to full-fledged guerrilla combat. It is a deadly serious mission. Glenn Tatham commands Operation Stronghold from a camp on the Zambezi River in Zimbabwe, where he protects the last large wild rhino population left in the world. The project involved moving 250 rhino, 1/3 of the valley's population, to safer ground. The fight to protect the rest is a desperate one.
See if they can get water.
Rangers live year-round in camp with their families, who realize that some of the men may die in armed conflict.
What we're doing here is fight the poachers. Every day that a group of poachers are in here, they are potentially able to kill 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 rhino. One group killed 6 rhino in one morning here in the Zambezi Valley. To our north is Zambia, and these poachers are crossing from there to here. The river is the international boundary, but there's no barrier such. There's 2 border posts on the section of the river. We cannot cover 150 miles of river frontage here every day of the year. It's an impossibility. You'd need more than a division of men to do that. Even then, because of the bush warfare that we're fighting, it's an impossibility.
As in Kenya, the odds are staggering and the danger is real. Operation Stronghold has just 100 men to patrol more than 7,500 square miles. Many of the Rangers are veterans from opposite sides of Zimbabwe's war of independence, now fighting together against a common enemy. Facing heavily armed Zambian-based poachers, the Rangers shoot to kill with the government's consent. Since 1985, more than 30 poachers have been shot dead and at least 20 taken prisoner. In the same period, some 330 rhino have died. Until the network of dealers and middlemen is broken, Zimbabwe's rangers know they can do little more than stem the tide. Privately, many wonder how long it can go on.
We've got people here who've been in the bush for 2 years. They go out for 20 days in a month. They occasionally have success. But it's very, very demanding on them physically. It's demanding on their families. It's demanding on their well-being. They buoyed up with enthusiasm every time you have a successful contact, and perhaps this is a good enough reason to have a contact, is to boost enthusiasm, if no other reason.
One poacher killed, and you've captured, you've recovered one. And what direction is the other poacher running to? Over? Roger, no problem. As soon as the chopper arrives, we will get it to yours, and then you can fly.
Okay, so the big thing is now to get hold of Alistair. If he's going to be on the ground for too long, I'll have to go and fly over him and pick him up. I mean, go and alert him. All right. One down, one running.
Okay, can't we get them in and start leapfrogging her? The support units are on their way now, and they'll be cutting spoor from Wundu up to the property. 401 is sending down 6 details to 70.
Kubaro futhi dzimwe futhi at 5 shots one time. Uye manje wala utatiza achivachera mwankumana futhi 5 shots manje. Ukurupa manje kwachivhadi achivharidzawo 4 shots dzi-AK.
Uko manje
kumvura manje kuya. Kumvura manje. Manje mocha anga achigeza abva asiya bhuti ipapo papo.
Mainonga changu tosa.
Ita zinonga. Inezibhuku zose.
And the one, as I said, was been shot in the groin, was in fact bleeding. I don't know how he in fact got as far as he had. He'd scrabbled about 15 paces on his stomach and died there. It all happened so very quickly. One tends just to pick up little images of what was happening rather than as an overall thing. You get images of rounds from the people behind you, the expended cartridge cases landing on your head.
The gang had killed 4 rhino in as many days. Each poacher had risked his life for a few $100s. The rangers know that Zimbabwe is the last stand for the wild black rhino. Still, the dilemma they face is a terrible one.
One often wonders about a human life for a rhino life. And at this stage, it's a human life for about 20 rhino lives. The morality is perhaps secondary to the fact that there doesn't seem to be any other way in which we can, in fact, stop these blokes from getting away and getting back.
A group of poachers will come into the country. They'll start killing rhinos. We've got to react to that. And One must never forget the central objective of this whole exercise, this whole operation, is save the rhino. We are not manhunters. We're not mercenaries. We are here as conservationists. But desperate situations require desperate measures.
No, there's no joy in killing people, but it's a job, and quite obviously we just pawns on either side for men who are just exploiting people to make himself rich.
"45 million years of nature, unraveled by man in an evolutionary microsecond. Still, the rhinoceros can be saved. If a major international effort were mounted to stop the poachers, the rhino would almost certainly bounce back. But until the incentive to kill is removed, the profit for the poachers, middlemen, and dealers, the battle will go on. If the fight is lost, the rhino will be doomed to exist only as a drawing in a child's picture book of things that once were and are no more."
Oh,